Okay, so let's dive into this. We've got our hands on some developer notes straight from Treyarch about the Call of Duty Black Ops 7 multiplayer beta. Basically, our mission here is to give you the quick version, how they're tackling the biggest player complaints right out of the gate.
Yeah, it's actually pretty wild how quickly they seem to be responding. I mean, these notes aren't just like tiny bug fixes. They're talking about really fundamental changes to progression, the feel of combat, even how you move around the map.
Yeah.
All based on that first wave of feedback.
Right. And let's start with maybe the biggest one, the grind. You saw it everywhere online, people saying weapon leveling was just painfully slow. Like unlocking attachments felt like a chore.
Oh, absolutely. And that's a killer for keeping players hooked early on, right? If you feel like you're making no progress, you just got to drift away. So Treyarch's response, according to these notes, is a significant bump in how fast you earn weapon XP.
A significant bump. Okay.
Yeah, the idea is pretty clear. Get those key attachments into your hands faster so you can actually, start experimenting with your loadout sooner. Gives you more agency.
And they didn't stop there, right? There was something else about overclock upgrades, which for anyone maybe newer, those are the powered up versions of score streaks and stuff.
Exactly. Overclock upgrades let you customize your score streaks, your field upgrades. They unlock some really powerful tactical options, so speeding up how quickly you earn those as well. It kind of matches the faster weapon progression, lets you get to the more dynamic parts of the game loop a bit quicker.
Okay, so that covers the long game, the progression grind. But what about the second-to-second stuff? The time to kill, the TTK. That felt like the most argued about thing in the beta.
Polarizing, definitely. Lots of players felt it was just too fast. Like you drop dead almost instantly, which can be super frustrating.
Yeah, zero reaction time sometimes.
Right. And this gets into a core design choice, A super fast TTK tends to favor, twitch reactions and maybe camping. A slightly slower TTK.
Yeah.
That puts more emphasis on tracking your target, movement, positioning. So the sources confirm they're planning a full weapon balance pass. The specific goal is adjusting that overall TTK, aiming for better pacing in gunfights.
A full pass. That sounds ambitious for a beta window, though. I mean, you're talking about tweaking dozens of weapons. Isn't there a risk you just, break something else, create new imbalances?
It's definitely a huge task, no doubt. But it seems necessary given the feedback. They seem focused on the bigger picture here, making sure you actually have a chance to react in a fight. Maybe reposition, maybe even heal. It suggests they want gunfights to feel a bit more nuanced, shift the skill towards accuracy under pressure, not just who shot first.
Okay, I see the logic. Moving on from gunfights to doors. It sounds almost funny, but the automatic doors were a real sticking point for people, weren't they?
It does sound small, but those little friction points, they really add up and kill the flow of the game. You get snagged on a door, you get ambushed. It's annoying. So yeah, Treyarch is actually hitting this from multiple angles.
How so?
Well, the notes say for certain doors, they'll just force them to stay open right from the start of a match. Problem solved there. For others, they're increasing how long the door stays open after someone goes through it. And they're also making them open sooner, basically increasing the activation range when you run up to them or shoot near them.
Okay. So less getting stuck waiting for a slow door while someone's lining up a shot on you. That makes sense. But the other big systemic thing they mentioned was spawns, right? That's always a huge one in code.
Always. Yeah, fixing doors helps map flow, but fixing spawns, that's about competitive fairness, really. The note specifically mentioned plans to adjust and improve spawn logic and locations. You can't have people spawning directly in enemy sightlines. That just breaks the map. And of course, they're also doing the usual stability stuff, fixing weapon bugs, general performance improvements. Standard beta procedure there.
So wrapping this up then, the main thing for you, the listener, to take away is just how quickly and broadly they're reacting. We're talking core pillars here. Progression speed, the actual feel of combat with TTK, and even map navigation with the doors, all getting adjusted based on that initial feedback.
Yeah, and it leads to a bigger question, doesn't it? When you see them making changes, this fundamental messing with the TTK, the entire XP system, this late in development, how much can player feedback really change the core identity of the game at this stage? And maybe more importantly, what other little frustrations, those hidden pain points, might still be lurking under the surface that haven't quite bubbled up yet? Something to think about as the beta rolls on.